last video of our Project 1 walkthrough sequence. Last one, we will complete the database updates, then prepare our data for display. So that two parts. So let's do one by one. So the database query part, so we will use the same way as we did in animal survey. So that's why that example is very important. All right, so before we go there, so let's do some planning. Planning on things we need to do for this part. Last step, step 6. Right? Update database and display survey results. All right, so last thing we need to do. First, let's look at the database updates. For database updates, two parts. The first one, remember, we get a browser type from detection, right? Browser detection. From the browser detection, we get one type of ID. ID2. Why I use 2? Because each one we add 2. Each visit we count 2. So that's why I put 2. All right. Probably. I put 2 here. 1. Browser selection. How about that? Select from the radio button. ID1. For this one, we do incremental. Okay. So visits equals visits plus 1. Here we do update visits equals visits plus 2. So that's the update data update part. All right. Then data display part. All right. Data display. So we need to retrieve all rows, right? All rows in the table. All right. Retrieve all rows in the table. After that, write data into each Java Bean. Use a Java Bean to store data. In the Java Bean, the properties, ID, name, what else? Percentage, right? The ID, we do not really need ID, right? For display purpose, the users do not care about ID or not. ID for internal use. So that's why we do not need to write ID. All right. But we need to calculate. Need to calculate. Percentage. For each Java Bean. Okay. Do calculation. Format. 2-digit, right? Format. That part also we just copy from animal survey. Okay. Then that's done. Store, send to front end display. That part from Project 1 sample C. We already have that part. We just put into the block, put into that original code in the do post method. Then run it. Yeah. All right, so that's the plan. So let us do that. All right. So let's continue from that. Yeah, so here I use SAMP C1. Yeah, it's okay. Let me just use the same project I worked in the previous video, yeah, to save some time. Right. First, update two different updates. Two different updates. And another, retrieve all the rows from the table. So we need 3 queries. Okay, yeah. So let me connect my keyboard. I just copy the code. Yeah, because I did that before. To save time, I just copy the code. And you just see, I explain it. All right, so here I need to use which one? Which one is the... yeah, this is a B. I don't need a B. All right. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? Yeah, this sample C. I need this. All right. This one first. The database update visits 1, update visits 2, all stats, total visits. Yeah. When we calculate percentage, we need a denominator number, right? Denominator, that's the total visits. So we use a query to find it. Yeah. Although you can use calculation, but here query just, one query, we get that number. Yeah. All right, so here I need to copy these 4 variables. Prepare the statements variables. And put it here. Yeah. Then I need to write 4 query statements here. All right. 4 query statements. You can see all stats, we select ID, browser name, ID, not important, right? Yeah, not important. You can skip it. Yeah. Here, although I put it, but I never use it. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's the one. Total visits. Yeah. Total visits. Sum function. Yeah. Query sum function. Okay. Update visits 1, incremental by 1, right? Visits plus 1. Update visits 2, incremental by 2. Okay, yeah. So that's all we need. 4 queries. I think you can understand easily these 4 queries. So let me put it here. Yeah. All right, save it. All right, so then we need to do data updates part. Yeah. Updates part. The first. Type 1 updates. Incremental by 1. Type 1 updates. Right? So let's get to here. Type 1 updates. Yeah. This is type 1 updates. Try block. Yeah. Let put after this try block. Okay. Yeah. Another try block. Yeah. So you can see when the browser ID number greater than 0. Okay. So not others. Not none. Remember none. That's 0. Okay. If it's not none, then we get here, greater than 0. So then we set integer number, the question mark. Remember the ID, question mark, this number. Then we call execute update. So then we make the update. Yeah. So that is the type 1 update. So we're done. Type 2 update. Yeah. After detection here, this is the detection part. All right. So we don't need a, this part. Yeah. Double. Yeah, we don't need. Yeah. Later we will remove it. Yeah. This part later we will remove it. Yeah. All right. Type 2 update. All right. After that, this is type 2 update. Yeah. Type 2 update, you can see type 2 update. Then get a total. All right. So then, yeah, let me do one by one because this code is a little long. So let me copy piece by piece. First, this piece. So that I can explain it slowly. Yeah, the catch block. I also include the catch block part. Yeah. All right. Piece by piece. All right. So now the first piece, type 2 updates, similar to type 1 updates. Only difference add 2 plus 2. Yeah. All right. So after that, then we do another thing. Get a total. These 3 lines, we get total. We do a sum query to get a total. Okay? The second piece we use for the denominator when we calculate the percentage. Yeah. Next piece, get all rows. All right. So the next piece, results. So get all stats, okay, all rows. Use a while loop. Then, all right, yeah. So let me first copy, then I explain a little bit. The last piece. The last piece, all right, here. Yeah. All right. So one thing, I need to move this declaration row to the beginning part. Beginning part, okay? Yeah. Let me put here. Yeah. And what else? What else? Yeah, 2-digit. Yeah, remember 2-digit, that format. That object, we need that object preparation format of 2-digit. Yeah, we need that. Okay. Also, we put that beginning. This part. Yeah. All right. So then let us look at that. These things we don't need. Simulation, right? Old version simulation. So we don't need it. We have the better version. Yeah. Here you can see, yeah, after we get all stats, all the rows information, we need to retrieve row by row. For each row, we create a browser survey bin object. Then get a string 2. The first column is ID, second column is browser name, third column visits, number of visits. So we get a second column, it's a string, so get a string 2, then we set browser name. All right. So then the visits number, yeah, we use a visits variable, yeah. Now we get a total, not total, sorry. We get the visits for that particular browser. So get int3, yeah. The third column, that's the visit number. Yeah. Then we set percentage. When we set a percentage, we do calculation, double calculation. Visits divided by total, multiply 100, the percentage number, but we convert it to double, cost it to double, yeah. But because there could be large number of decimal digits, so we format it to 2-digit format. It is a string, so we set that string to percentage property of the Java bean. Then we add a Java bean into the list of Java beans. So then we send it to the JSP page for the display. Okay, all right. Now, I think we are ready to run it, test it. Okay, save. No error. So it looks all correct. Yeah. So let us run it. Run as, I need to, remove other project, only this one, and test it. What's wrong? Let me check. Let us get back to the project again. Do you know why the last time when I run the project I couldn't get through? The reason I made a very stupid mistake. The reason I didn't start Apache and MySQL server. I didn't start MySQL. Mainly the MySQL database server. So the database cannot be accessed. So don't forget this step. Now I found it, I started. So let's run another time. So you can see you cannot miss any important step. So hope we can get through. After I started, I didn't do anything. So hope we can get through this time. So let's try. Run it. All right, so let's start it. So we get that, right? But I may like to use a regular browser to do the testing. Chrome one. Let me try the Chrome one here. Copy, paste. All right, here. If I select Safari, for example, submit. So I got statistics. Okay. So Safari, the Chrome, because I tested before, so the data is, so you can see already a lot of data. All right. And I can test it in Opera, for example. So this is my Opera browser. Test it here. Select Edge. So you see the statistics. All right. Oh, a lot excess. All right. Another Firefox. So you can see, Anyway, if you can get this whole thing, you get the whole project. All right, so let's stop here because we need to prepare for the next project.